Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Another episode review of Hollyoaks. Let's get to it. So we saw the searches on for Ella. I can't believe she's run away. Well, I sort of can. Things are getting on top of her. All these weird comments from people since her release. Mandy's making sure that no one finds out Ella took that money from the hutch before she ran away. Reiterating that to Cindy to make sure that news doesn't come out. Mandy has got a tough task with this whole Ella business, and although we can't agree with her actions since this started, it must be incredibly tough for her. She's now having to hide the secret of Ella taking money from her business partners. That is quite big. I thought it was decent of Nancy and Darren offering to help Ella. Turns out Ella was staying by the public toilets, we later saw, and Charlie tried talking sense to her. Don't think it was really working, because Ella was adamant that she needs to be on the run now. Later, Mandy went into Hutch, and when Jack and Nancy was saying go to report the money missing, Mandy was quick to say don't, there's no point now, and the thieves will be long gone, and she messed up by saying it was only $1,000, because Luke question said he never said how much was missing, and everyone just knew something was up. How did Mandy exactly know how much was missing? Nancy immediately called out whether Ella has taken the money. Mandy became paranoid, thinking everyone's turning against her. She started stressing and losing her breath rapidly during a panic attack. That was quite serious. Nancy managed to help Mandy later, and Mandy thankfully didn't collapse. The stress is real. She then tells Nancy she lashed out on Ella by saying she didn't want to kill her for her daughter. Nancy said Mandy obviously didn't mean it. But I think Mandy knows and said she can't take the words back. Honestly, Sarah Jane Dunn, the actress that plays Mandy, is a brilliant actress. Later, Charlie and Darren bumped into each other behind the dog car park, and Darren asked him what he's up to and what's up with the rucksack. It looks like he's going hiking. I thought that was funny. Then offered to go Charlie wherever he was going to look for Ella, and he managed to catch Charlie out because Charlie became frustrated. So I thought Darren's detective work was easy because obviously he's much older, he's experienced. He knows his comical side, knows how to play this situation. But he played it well and did the right thing by making Charlie tell, because of Ellie, a girl's on the run. Ella was obviously not happy to see Charlie walking with Darren. Darren managed to talk it out with Ella and reassure her, Mandy and Darren are on the same team, so there's no tension. Ella's got one condition though. When they brought Ella back to the village, Mandy was finally happy to see her when they brought Ella back. Obviously, Ella tells Mandy that she doesn't want to see her and she'll be living with Darren and Nancy. That must have been really hard for Mandy to hear, and obviously you can see on the screen how Mandy's face was just hearing her daughter say that. Summer brings round the cake for Steve earlier. We saw in the episode the cake that she tricked Liberty thinking it was a funeral cake, but in fact it was a birthday cake, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way, on the comments. Sienna later telling Summer she needs space was funny, but scary because the angry look on Summer's face. She later storms into Liberty's room where she's locked up to think. This really shows her terrifying behaviour, where she really goes to a room to think about her personal life when she's got another girl locked up there. I mean, there's evil and there's this. Lo and behold, she obviously had a brilliant idea. She went back to Sienna's flat to say Brody attacked her, and I just laughed at this point. Honestly, the stuff that she comes out with, wild stories and her evil plans, and accused Brody of kicking her. Sienna mentioned let's go to the hospital, and obviously Summer said no at first. No, a first aid box will sort her out. And she's now saying Brody has been abusing her for a while, but in a very clever way where she gets Sienna to ask questions like she doesn't like to reveal anything, but that's all part of the plan. She manages to look even better when it's made out like people have to open her up. I think that's conniving and extremely calculative and clever. Summer is too smart and uses a lot of reverse psychology and somehow gets Sienna to do all the initiating when she's the one that sets little tricks in motion to get others to empathize for her. We also saw Verity telling Sammy her gift was really thoughtful, and she then looking at Shaq seconds later. This story is evolving rapidly, honestly. Verity confided in Celeste later, but vaguely not naming anyone. Later, Verity and Sammy walked in the dog. Verity walked over to Shaq while Sammy and Teresa were getting the drinks, and Verity confronts Shaq about the ring, saying she knows he helped Sammy with choosing the ring, telling Shaq this is, Shaq's message to telling her how how he feels about her. Shaq obviously immediately shut it down by saying he was merely helping Sammy. Verity looked embarrassed. I feel she forced herself in this awkward situation when nothing was going on. When there is no action between two people and you're skeptical about how they feel towards you, it's best to tread lightly, in my opinion, and find out a bit more rather than going all guns blazing and embarrassing yourself. However, I'm not sure whether Verity wanted more of a reaction out of Shaq. That's unknown. She saw Shaq later walking in the village and stopped him to tell him she was mortified and clearing out any tension. Misbah heard this conversation from a few feet away, then went to ask Shaq what that was all about and found it amusing, but stopped smiling when she learned that he really does have a crush on Verity. Sid is hurting from his prosthetic leg playing assassins. I think he just wanted to feel good again to participate in his activities with the others, which is why he didn't say anything. He just wanted to be included. It'll be interesting to see obviously how this story develops. We later saw Steve opening the box Summer brought out around earlier, the cake box, and told Sid and Juliet, well done for helping to look for Ella. And it was great news that people have found her. He sees a card, obviously, when he opened up the box, and opens it up to read, Leah, R.I.P. Leah, you're all in my thoughts. Obviously, Steve was just furious at this point and disgusted, thinking, what sick joke is this? Overall, great episode. Amazing episode. And keep it up, Hollyoaks. I've really enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this review, please like the video and subscribe, guys. Honestly, subscribe to this channel and comment below what you thought. Peace, on to the next one, guys.